Thank you, Rodrigo. I have the honor to introduce our next speaker. He's called Lucie Matsouaka, the founder of La Marchande de l'Entrepreneur, with her next conference called Making Your Values at the Cornerstone of Your Life. Lucie Matsouaka is an author, certified senior professional career coach, and a bilingual mentor in French and English. She's the founder of La Marchande de l'Entrepreneur avec Lucie SM, her consulting company. She also empowers, guides, and teach young entrepreneurs how to navigate the storms of entrepreneurship in order to stand out and be successful. She supports them on their journey, giving them the tools necessary to navigate the emotional roller coaster of entrepreneurs and of entrepreneurship, better their enterprises, and gain competitive advantages. One more time, we are very pleased to have you. Welcome.
Hello, good morning, everyone. Can you hear me?
Yes, perfect, Miss Lucie.
Thank you so much for that kind introduction. And I'm excited to be here, guys. I'm excited. I am in North Carolina, and thank you so much. I know you are from everywhere in the world. Hi, Rodrigo. How are you today?
What? Sorry?
And everybody else. I'm so excited, guys. I'm truly excited to be here. This is what we're going to do. We're not going to talk too much about me because he already did such a great job introducing me, and I'm not going to go into details. But of course, you are going to hear more about me a little bit later because for now, we are going to focus on you, okay? We're going to focus on you. And for our French-speaking audience, they will have a chance to ask questions in French toward the end, okay? So with that being said, let's get started. I hope you guys are excited. I'm excited, guys. Are you excited?
Yes.
That's good. That's good. So we're going to go ahead and get started. What we're going to do is this. I'm going to go through the information that I have to share with you, and I'm going to ask you to do one thing. If you have any question, of course, you can either put them in the chat in the thread, or you can wait toward the end. Okay, so I'm just going to try to go through all this information real quick because we have a lot of things to learn today. And my job today, I feel like my job today is just to make sure that you know how to implement all the information that they've been giving you for the entire week. Last week, you've had so much like great information. I mean, the leaders who you heard from all over the world, they're very good leaders. So, and I hope you guys are taking great notes. So let's get started. I'm going to go ahead and share my screen. 1 second. I hope I'm going to do this right this time. 1 second, okay? Okay. Do you see the slideshow now?
Yes, now it's perfect.
Perfect, good. Okay, let's get started, guys. Thank you so much for having me once again. Let's go. I hope you guys are doing well. We're going to talk today about making your value the cornerstone of your life. As you can see, I'm a professional career coach, and I'm a speaker and I'm an author. But like I said, we're not here for me. We're here to focus on you and you alone. I want to say welcome to all of you from around the world. As you can see, I did my homework. Okay, I took time to take a look at your origin, your nationality, and I made sure that I do this right. So, if you see a flag over there, just type and say something. Say I'm here. Okay, and I just want to make sure that you guys understand the value of what you're getting from all the leaders around the world at this moment. And I want you guys to understand as well that there are so many kids around the world, so many young leaders, so many youth, and so many young professionals who are actually looking for the same information that you're looking for. Okay, so with that being said, let's go. We're going to talk about making you value the cornerstone of your life. What is the cornerstone? It's basically the basic part of something, and some people call it the foundation. And I think I personally prefer the definition as a foundation of something, like, because it's the main part, right? It's the most important part of when it comes to a building. And you see this block right here, The thing is, if you move this block, then the structure on this side becomes unstable. The structure on this side becomes unstable, and right here as well, it's going to fall down, which means the whole structure is going to be it's going to fall apart. It shows the importance of a cornerstone. And the funny thing is, the people who call it the foundation, it's weird because if you pay attention, the foundation of a building, for example, is supposed to be right here underneath. But the cornerstone of a building is so important that we actually call it a foundation as well. So now we're going to focus on the foundation now. Okay. Now imagine, guys, imagine that you're trying to build a small house like this. It's a tiny house somewhere in the woods, right? I don't think it's going to require that you spend like a whole year doing this, right? It might take you 1 or 2 weeks, depending on how many people you have to help you do this, right? And I don't think the foundation is going to be that difficult. I think something like that can definitely be okay, as long as you are building your small house on a stable soil, as long as the soil is not wet, or maybe there's no you're not building on sand or something like that, right? Or if there's no water underneath the ground, as long as those requirements are okay, I think a small tiny foundation like that for this tiny house will be okay, right? And I know you understand that. Now, what if you want to build a bigger house like this one, for example? Now, that's a whole other game right there, right? This house is bigger, it's stronger, so it's definitely going to require that you take more time. Definitely, it's going to take you more time, more energy, more money. Okay, a lot of thinking. Okay, many more people to build this with you, and the time definitely have to come back with the time. It might take you a long time for a big house like this, because it's more solid and more, and it requires so much more stuff. You have to be able to, I'm pretty sure that even if you have a great team, it might take you a year to complete the whole thing, right? And of course, now the foundation is going to have to look like something like this, okay? And most of the time, people don't realize this, but the bigger the house and the stronger the foundation has to be, or usually is, and usually it looks like something like this, okay? Now, what if, I have a question for you. Of course, this is a rhetorical question, but what if you choose to botch the work? What if you choose to say, well, you know what? I don't need that much time, or I don't need to invest too much in this building, or I don't need to follow the rules, or I don't need to do the right thing. Guess what's going to happen? You're going to find yourself in this situation, or you're going to find yourself in that situation. And the reason is simple. There is a word that we all have in all languages that we speak in the entire world. And that word doesn't care about, let me put it this way. That word has no respect for your race, your gender, your background, your country, your continent. It has nothing to do with all that. It's called storm. Okay, that word is what it is. Storms are going to come, and once a storm hits, if your house is not stable, then something like that can happen. Okay, now what if you built a huge house on a weak foundation? Now this is going to happen. Now here's the thing. When I found this picture online, I was like, wow, really? If you pay attention, you're going to realize that this is actually a big building. It's a huge building, and that building managed not to break down even when it fell. It shows how solid and strong it was, but unfortunately, it was on the wrong foundation. Okay, so the lesson here, the first lesson here, I just want you guys to think about it, to write it down, and to remember this right now. Do not build a strong house on a weak foundation. Now, enough about the buildings and all that stuff. Let's go back to you. We're going to focus back on you, okay? Now, I don't know who you are. I don't know exactly where you live. I don't know what are the desires of your heart. I don't know where you live. I don't know what you're trying to accomplish in life. And forgive me if your profession is not here. Maybe you want to become a scientist. Maybe you want to become a politician. Maybe you want to become an astronaut. I don't know, a judge or a real estate agent. No matter what you're trying to do in life, there is one thing you have to build first. It's going to be you. So here's the deal. All the leaders who came before me, they gave you so much information. It doesn't matter. I mean, you had some trainings on I would say like science and peace and technology and healthcare and all that stuff. But you have to remember that no matter what you choose to do, if you want to become successful at any of the professions that you're gonna choose in life, you're going to have to build you. The most and best project that you will ever have to work on is going to be you and you and you. Okay, we have to focus on you first. Okay, now how do you build a foundation for your life? There are three questions that I'm going to give you, and you should ask yourself those questions. Number one, the first question will be, who am I? Like, who are you? Like, who, your identity. I'm not saying how people see you. I'm not talking about how people view you in life. I'm not talking about I'm not talking about what people say you are. I'm talking about who you think and who you believe you are inside of heart. How you identify yourself. Now, the second question will be, why am I here? What is your purpose? Now, that purpose is as simple as why were you born in any way? Like, because I know there's no doubt in my mind, guys, that you were born for a reason. You have a strong purpose. It has to be fulfilled. You have some gift that you have to give to this world. And those gifts, we need them, you know. In order for this world to become a better place, we need what you have in you, inside of you. You have some gifts that you have to give to the world. And what is it? We don't know. But maybe you know, or maybe you think you know, maybe you feel like maybe I know, but I'm not sure if it's this, or maybe I'm taking this for granted because it comes easy to me. So think about it. Okay. Now, next question will be, what can I do? What is your potential? What can I do? Okay. Now, I'm going to add two questions. For those of you who believe that there is a God that exists, if you are one of those who believe that there is that strong, magnificent power that is God, and that He created you. Okay. If you believe in God, then I'm going to add two bonus questions for you. Okay. Two. And those two will be, where am I from? It has to do with your source. Okay. You know, and where am I going with? It has to be with eternity. But these questions, as I say, is only for those who believe that God exists. Now, let's move forward. I'm going to give you a quick example so that you can understand what I'm trying to explain to you. When people say, but who's Lucie Matsouaka? Like, Lucie, who are you? This is actually what people say I am, maybe because I feel like because of my work over the years, this is what people know about me. They call me a professional career coach. Yes. Why? Because I help people, I help people look good on paper before they go for an interview. You know, I do that type of things, right? They call me a speaker, of course, because I train, I speak. Like, this is one of the things that I'm doing right now, right? I write books. Yes. I'm a mother, I'm a wife, I have friends and everything. So it doesn't matter how other people choose to define you. But the funny thing is, they will define you the way based on what they see, based on what you project into the world, based on the results, on the fruit that you produce. Okay. But now, the way I define myself is a little bit different. And this is the way I see myself. And I'm giving you this example because I want to make sure that you understand that you have to understand who you truly are in order for you to become effective at your work, okay, in your profession in the future. Now, I define myself as a teacher. I am an encourager. I uplift people and I inspire people. That's what I do. And it's so funny how everything that I do, that's it. It always falls to all. It comes down to all this. And it took me years to finally realize who I was, because actually can't even help it. But the thing is, this is what's going on. This is whatever I do because of who I am. The reality is I always find myself doing this. Like if I coach someone, I teach, I speak, yes, I encourage. All those four things that I do every single day in my profession, in my career, they all fall down to everything. Okay. Now let's go back to you. We're gonna focus back on you. How do you define yourself? Think about it. Like I said, you are going to need to understand to really know how to define yourself in order for you to fulfill your goals and dreams. Okay. The way you're going to define yourself is going to determine four things. Number one is going to determine how you do your job in the future, or if you choose to build a business, it's going to affect the way you build your business. It's going to affect the way you serve others or you value people. No, because let me tell you something, guys. If you do not put enough value on yourself, unfortunately, the world is not going to put value on you either. Do you neglect yourself? Do you take care of yourself? People actually will treat you not the way you want to be treated, but they will treat you the way they see you treat yourself. And that's very important. Okay, I'm going to repeat this. Remember that whatever you do in life, you can't force people to treat you a certain way. They will treat you not how the way you want to be treated, but they will treat you the way they see you treating yourself. Okay, so you have to pay attention to this, and all this goes back to how you define yourself as a human being. There's another one is how valuable you're going to become in society, which means how much impact you're going to have, or how much money you make along the way, okay? And how much influence you will have, and by default, how much success. Okay? May I have Rodrigo? Could you please help me mute the line? Thank you so much. Okay, thank you. Just want to make sure that we meet all the lines. Thank you so much. So, where was I? Okay, yes, I was saying that by default, if you pay attention, you're going to realize that all these words are connected. You're going to have a lot of success in anything you're going to choose to do if you have influence, if you are valuable in society, if you value others, if you value yourself, if you serve others. Okay, so that's how it works. Now, let's focus on the word value. I'm not sure if you know Einstein. Of course, you might know him. I know a lot of people are mathematicians here. I know you guys, right? I kind of see the type of people you are. You guys are really smarter than a lot of adults that I know, including myself. So, this is what he said. He said, try not to become a person of success, but rather try to become a person of value. What he's talking about here is not like the value as a human being. Of course, listen, it's not that you're not valuable to your family. It's not that you're not valuable to God. It's not that you don't have any importance. It's not okay. If something happens to you right now, of course, your parents are going to be upset. They're going to be sad. They're going to be angry. They're going to spend their nights. They won't be able to sleep at night. Okay. But what he's talking about here, what we're talking about here, is the value that you bring to the table. The value that you bring to the table, to the society. What is your contribution to the society? That's the value that we're talking about. And this is the type of value that we're going to help you build. And that's we are actually helping you build already. Okay. So I want to show you a lot of value here. Okay. I want to give you some examples. Now, the first row over here, I'm pretty sure you know all of them, right? You know all of them over here. Of course, Nelson Mandela, even after he died, he still brings so much value to this world, right? After his death. Now you guys know him, the Mexican billionaire, Carlos Slim, President Barack Obama, Oprah Winfrey. These are people who brought a lot of value and who continue to bring a lot of value to the world, right? And either they are politicians or not, and no matter, listen, this is one thing that I want you guys to understand right here, okay? No matter their origin, background, all that stuff, no matter how you feel about the people, do they bring value or not? That's what we're talking about here, okay? Now, the second row over here, now you know where I'm going with this, right? Okay, this is the founder of TikTok. You might not know his name, but it doesn't matter because actually he actually brings so much value to you that you spend your time on TikTok, right? Who doesn't like TikTok, especially the youth, right? How about the founder of Instagram? How about the founder of Zoom right here? And as a matter of fact, we are doing a global conference on Zoom right now. Can you just imagine if you were that person who created this software? Can you just imagine how many people you were going to like help, and it's actually life changing, right? Now this lady right here, she's the CEO of DC Comics. You guys know her, maybe not, but again, you watch the movies and all that stuff. So these two guys, these are amazing. These are leaders. He passed away already, Dr. Miles Monroe. And anyway, Dr. Maxwell. Let's move forward, and we're gonna dissect a little bit the cornerstone of your life real quick. Let's move forward. Number one, I need you to understand this. Believe in your own dignity. Believe in your own worth. Some people usually call it this way. They say believe in yourself. Believe in yourself. I like it, but I try not to use that expression that much because sometimes it sounds like it means only believe in yourself and don't rely on other people. It's just sometimes it sounds like, well, you can do things, but unfortunately there's no success without everybody else. No, I'm sorry, there's no success without the help of others. Okay. I have never seen someone who succeeded in life by doing it alone. Okay. So that's why I prefer to say believe in your own dignity and your own worth. Okay. Your life has a lot of significance. Please, guys, it doesn't matter what people say. It doesn't matter what people think about you. It just doesn't matter. Okay. You have to make sure that you have that self-confidence in you that you can bring something to the table. Okay. So for those of you who sometimes have that type of negative talk, please stop that. Okay. Please stop. Oh, I'm not good enough. I'm not smart enough. I'm not talented enough. I'm not pretty enough. I'm not cute enough. All that. It's just nonsense, guys, because sometimes these type of words, not sometimes, all the time, every single time you think those type of things or you actually say those, it slows you down. It just breaks you down, and that's not okay. Okay. I want you guys to understand who you are. I want you guys to understand that you have value to bring to the marketplace, to the world, and you can definitely that. Okay. I want you to wake up every single morning knowing that you can feel like this guy right here. Okay. Okay, let's go. How do you find your purpose and passion? There are questions that I have for you. Number one is, what don't you like about the world we live in? It could be anything. It could be the fact that there's no cancer treatment yet. It could be inequality. It could be murder. It could be racism, sexism, all that stuff that's happening, right? If those issues hurt you, and if you don't like those things and you would like to do something about it, the second question I will have for you is, what can you do to help fix it? What can you do to help fix those things? These questions, I promise you, are going to help you find your purpose and your true passion in life. Okay. It doesn't have, maybe I forgot something here. These are just examples. Okay. It's not only what exists here, but anyway, what are you willing to struggle for? Do you understand that it's going to be hard? Do you understand that anything you try to do in life is going to be hard? I'm not going to lie to you. I'm not going to stay here and promise you that people are going to let you do what you want to do. Some of your peers actually are going to say, who do you think you are? So who told you you can change your role? Who told you you can do this? Who do you think you are? Oh no, you're too young. You can. Some people are just ridiculous. And the funny thing is, because they do not believe in themselves, they try to project their fear and their self-doubt on you. So you have to be prepared. When you go into this world, when this conference is over and you go back to your places, to your family and everything, and you want to do something, you have to understand that not everybody is going to understand what you're talking about. Not everybody is going to understand who you are truly. Okay? And that's okay. They don't have to understand. They don't have to understand. The thing is, you can prove them wrong by your hard work and your determination. Okay? Let's move forward. Now, I need you to understand that in order for you to set yourself apart, you have to pursue excellence. Do what you have to do it right, and more if you can. Okay? Don't neglect the small steps. Don't try to take shortcuts. It's not right. Don't do that type of stuff. Shortcuts. I had a mentor who used to tell me, shortcut can cut you short. Just don't do that stuff. It's And I'm not talking about your profession only. I'm talking about everything, single thing that you do in life. And I'm going to give you some examples. Something as simple as making up your bed in the morning. Something as simple as when you do the dishes, when you help your parents at home doing the dishes, do you do it right? Do you do it well? Do you take time to do the right thing? You understand? The small things, because I promise you guys, how you do one thing is how you do everything. You cannot tell me that you're gonna how can I put it? You're not gonna tell me that you're not going to try to learn the good habits right now because you don't need them in the future. No, you're gonna need them in the future only because everything that you do right now it affects your personal habits. It's also going to affect your profession in the future. Okay. Number 4, sharpen your skills. Okay. Practice, 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 practice. Practice every single day, guys. And the reason why you're practicing is not to become perfect, because you cannot be perfect. It's going to be hard. I mean, we're not perfect people. I need you to practice because you want to become a professional, not because you want to become perfect, because you will never get perfection. But professional, definitely, okay? Perfection doesn't exist when it comes to human beings. But the more you practice and the better you become, especially when you have other people around who do not do anything at all, okay? Embrace personal development. Guys, this is going to be the deal breaker. Unfortunately, at school, we don't learn everything. Of course, school is extremely important, and please do not drop out of school. Please never don't do that, okay? School is important because we learn from elementary school. We learn how to read, how to write, how to count, all the good stuff. But after that, the reality is, if you only focus on school and school and school alone, when you go back to the society, unfortunately, you're going to be behind. Those who develop themselves on the side are the ones who are going to win. And these are the things that you have to focus on. You guessed that right. I'm pretty sure for those who understand personal development, they understand this. You have to ask yourself this question every single day. What do I need to learn? Or what do I need to do to become a better person? Okay. What can you do? You have to pay attention to what you eat. Do not neglect this. The reason is simple. If you neglect this, can you imagine not feeling well in your body? Do you understand that you need to be healthy in order for you to do the great things that you have to do in life? If you get sick right now, unfortunately, you cannot fulfill your purpose. So please pay attention to what you eat. That too much sugar is not good for you. Please stay away from that stuff. Once in a while, of course, but just don't do it too much, okay? Because take care of your temple, take care of yourself. That's going to set you apart, okay? That's how it works. Working out, absolutely, guys. Not to say, okay, I want to lose weight or I want to gain. Don't forget about that stuff. What you have to focus on is understanding that By being active, you work on your mind. It challenges your mind, it challenges your brain. It's good for your physical health. Like again, you have to be healthy in order for you to fulfill your dream. Now, reading, guys, read if you can. Read the right books, guys. Read the right books. There's so many things you can read right now, but unfortunately, um, you have just that much time to live. Let's say you're gonna live until like you're 90 years old or maybe 100 years old. You don't have time to waste. You think it's a lot. It's not. Time flies. So read as much as you can. And you guys are future leaders, okay? Leaders are readers. You have to be very picky with the type of books that you're reading, okay? You got to be very picky. Um, if possible, attend conferences that will help you grow, like this one. And I have to stop right here and say this to you guys. I don't know your parents, but I applaud them so much for sending you to this conference. I hope you truly understand um what type of parents you have to say, okay, you know what, you have to be in a conference like this one because you're learning so much. You're learning every single day from the things that they don't teach in school. Okay, so this is really good. And there are some parts of the world where I know some of the people who signed up for this conference, but they wanted to be able, I mean, they want to be a part of it. But unfortunately, the data, they don't have enough internet connection or stuff like that. Things happen. So I hope you understand what you have your hands on. You have an edge. Okay, you have an edge, and this is the type of information that we usually give to adults, and you guys have it. So it's going to allow you to shorten your learning curve and still take it seriously. Okay. The last thing I'm going to talk about here is stay away from negativity, guys. Fake friends, gossip, the madness on social media, guys. We're all on social media, right? We understand how valuable it becomes when it comes to business, when it comes to staying in touch with people. Unfortunately, it comes with a lot of negativity as well. Because did you know that you guys here at this conference you are part of only 1% of the population? 1% of the population only, or I would say maximum 3%. Yeah, I'm just going to be a little bit more generous, okay? Only 3% of the population really thinks about how to better themselves. Or people think about it, but they just don't do it. They don't put their money where their mouth is, right? They don't, I don't know, however I say it, right? They don't really take it seriously, or they say they're gonna do things, but they don't. But you are here working hard, studying, and when you go back out in the world, people are so negative, and if you waste your time staying around negativity, it's going to drag you down. It's going to bring your energy to very low. It's going to bring you back to the floor, and you don't want that. You want your energy up all the time in order for you to be focused, right? Because you don't have time to waste. Okay, work hard on yourself. Please do not compare yourself with anyone. No, don't do it. Okay, we all have our own assignments. You were born to do one thing or maybe many things, but that's your assignment. That's what you were created for. This is what you're supposed to do. And that thing, when you look around, you look on your left and on your right, and you see people do something else, like maybe succeeded on doing something else. Don't say, "Oh wow, I wish I was this person. I wish I was that person." No, you're not born to do what they do. Everybody has their own assignment, okay? You have to make sure that you focus on what matters the most, which is your assignment. Stay laser focused, guys. Laser focused, okay? The person you have to fight against is the person you were yesterday. So if you were a better reader yesterday, if you were a good reader yesterday, do it more. Okay. If you're a runner, if you ran 1K yesterday, tomorrow try to do maybe 1K and a half or 2K. Try to beat the person you were yesterday all the time. Okay. Integrity. Make sure, guys, I know it's not easy, but make sure that people can say they earn your confidence and trust. You have to make sure that people can trust you. especially in business. I mean, in any type of transaction, like you can do when it comes to business or your profession, even in family. If people can trust you, you can definitely it goes a long way, especially for business, like I said. Okay. Discipline. Wow. Let's go and talk about disciplinary cut. You see, there are, like I said earlier, you while you guys are here working hard, listening to this information, learning from us, there are other people who don't have a chance to hear the information that you have. Or there are people who have a chance to listen to this information, but they turn it down. Okay. Um, or maybe some people are going to take this information and do nothing with it, right? Um, the reality is, once this will be over, I'm pretty sure you, or maybe at least one time you faced some people who, um, I'm trying to say it the right way. Some people who neglect their lives, I would say. Some people who are not taking their lives seriously. Okay. There is something called the peer pressure. And I want you guys to really pay attention to that. Be careful, guys. Be careful, because the peer pressure is extremely, extremely strong. And we all go through that. And if you feel like you are in a negative atmosphere, please run away. I mean it from the bottom of my heart. Run away like you lost your mind, like to save your life, okay? Because you can end up like this or even depressed. There's so many young adults or kids, or teenagers who are so depressed right now just because they live in a certain atmosphere, in that negative energy. Or finally, because of the mistakes they're making, or they make every single day, they find themselves going to jail, okay? So Jim Rohn said something. He said, we must all suffer from one or two pains: the pain of discipline and the pain of regrets. Discipline weighs ounces and regrets weighs tons. That's Jim Rohn right here for you. Um, I don't know if you really understand what it means, but reality is, it is tough. Life is tough. Life is hard, but there are it's not easy. Like, it's not, you're not going to receive things easily. Are you going to learn how to say no very often? Yes. And I'm just going to leave it there, but remember that there are two different type of pains that we all have to go through. Either you discipline yourself and you have the good results in the future, or you say, well, I don't really care, and you face the consequences later. Okay. Now, here is one thing I want to share with you. When it comes to your goals, when it comes to your dreams, when it comes to your excitement, the things that you have to do, please do not worry about whether it's going to grow or is it not going to grow or whatever. Your responsibility is to plant the seed. Plant the seed, guys. Plant the seed of hard work. Plant the seed of commitment. Plant the seed of generosity. Plant the seed of patience. Plant the seed. Plant the seed. Plant the seed of self-learning. Plant the seed of self-education. Plant all the seed, just like you're doing right now, right? Your job is to plant the seed, and the rain is going to take care of it. The sun is going to take care of it. Your responsibility is not to worry. It's going to grow, guys. It's going to take time, but it's going to grow. The time that it has to take, but it's going to grow. Okay. And sometimes you're going to have to go ahead and take the weeds out, right? But sometimes you're going to find yourself having to guard the gate. You might have to find it to guard the gate and to protect. You might have to protect your. Someone can mute their lines. Stanley, could you please mute your line? Thank you. Thank you so much, Stanley. Yes. So I was thank you. Okay, good. Yes, I was saying that the truth is, you might have to even build a fence, okay, to protect your work, to protect what you are doing. And when it comes to your life, if it means running away from negativity, like I said before, if it means running away from trouble, please do, okay? Because that's the only way. You have stuff to do. You have a lot of work to do, and we rely on you, okay? We count on you, and we know you're going to do great things. But here's the thing, guys. We believe in you. We truly do. We believe in you. Stay in school. Work hard. Do the little things. Go the extra miles, okay? Go the extra miles. It doesn't matter how painful it is. Do what you're supposed to do, because I promise you, if you do what we like, if you follow the lead of the great leaders who are coaching you, who are holding your hands, and to teach you the right thing to do, and to teach you how to separate yourself from the crowds, from the average human being, the people who are lazy, the people who spend their time watching TV all day or being on the internet doing I don't know what. If you learn how to separate yourself from the crowd, there are people, you are always going to find people to help you. You're always going to find people to pick you from one place to another one. They're going to give you the resources. They're going to give you everything you need in order for you to fulfill your dream, okay? So let's build the world, okay? So we're done, and I hope you guys understood. I think I'm going to start taking questions at this moment. Rodrigo?
Yes. Yes, I'm here. I'm here, Miss Lucie. I just want to see.
Absolutely.
Okay, so please, if anyone have a question, please raise your hand on the Zoom meeting.
Okay, I will start. Can I have the first question, please?
Absolutely, sir. Mr. Jokan, how are you?
Thank you so much, Lucie. And I'm not going to reveal the secret that Rodrigo had to teach you how to do Zoom last night. Okay, I'm not going to tell anybody that. But the first thing is just, first of all, to thank you for your time and the energy that you are bringing to this. And again, I think it doesn't matter what we want to do in life. The most important is have that faith in us, to have some sense of value. And I think what we are doing, what we've just did, is to actually put a very central element in the foundation under which they could, they can go as high as they want. So my question is that how did you get here today? Where you I know you were born in Cameroon just like me. Okay, we are transparent here. Even though I didn't know you, we didn't meet until maybe recent last few weeks. I didn't know about you, but I came to realize that we were born in a very challenging environment that I know pretty well. And I just want some delegate to know how did you go from there to where you are today?
Okay, that's a good question. I was born in Cameroon, that's in Central Africa, like he said. And I remember, you know what, let me just stop sharing the screen so you can, hold on one second, okay? Can you guys, you don't see the screen anymore, right? Okay, good.
Yeah, streaming, yeah.
That's it. Okay. Yes, I was born in Cameroon, that's in Central Africa, guys. And I came to the US in September. It's going to be 17 years, and I speak French as I would say second language. So English is my third language. And when I came to the US, I couldn't speak English at all, so it was really challenging, very, very challenging. My husband is from Congo, so we met in another country, which is Burkina Faso. It's a long story. So that's where we actually lived in West Africa for a few years before we moved to the US. And I came because the US, it was mostly because of the opportunities, not because the continent of Africa is not great. That wasn't the thing. The thing was that in terms of opportunities, I wanted to give myself and also my children the opportunity to have certain things. And I always felt like the best way for me to serve my nation or my continent is to position myself in a place, and I mean, to put myself in a position where I can have more knowledge, more credibility, more influence to help other people. And unfortunately, because of uh, the climate, the political climate back home in Cameroon, things are very. I'm looking for the right word right here. so I'm not going to sound
challenging to say the least. Yeah, they're really challenging.
it is challenging. It is challenging, and there are so many like Cameroon, like so many African countries is an amazing place, you know. But unfortunately, leadership is wrong. And listen, guys, you as because you are leaders. I mean, you are the future leaders in of the world. I have to say this, though. I'm going to take advantage to say this. Everything rises and falls on leadership. And when the leadership is wrong, everything falls apart, you know. And this is exactly what's going on in Cameroon, in so many African countries right now. If the leadership is wrong, people do the wrong thing every time, and they just stay there for years and years. That president has been there for about 40 years. He's still there. I mean, can you imagine, guys? He came to power. I was just a little girl. Today I am married. I have kids. My kids are about to leave the house, and he's still there, president. How much sense does that make? It doesn't make any sense. You know, when people are greedy, it just messes up the entire world, okay, around them. It messes up. They think it's good for them, but it's not. Okay, so that's the wrong thing. I hope, you know, I was able to answer your question, Mr. Joker.
Okay, thank you very much. I'll turn over to Rodrigo and the delegates. I see some hands.
We can start with a question of Marilia Becerra. Marilia, please introduce yourself and make your question.
Oh, sorry, I was muted. Can you hear me?
I can hear you clearly.
Thank you. My name is Marilia Bezerra. I'm from Brazil. And I would like to ask you.
How old are you?
I am 16. I'm 16 years old.
Oh, that's good. My son is 16 years old, and he's on the line here with you guys.
That's good. You talked about self-confidence, and we have been hearing about it a lot, and also to not put ourselves down. But one thing that I think you will have a good answer for that is, how can we help the ones that are around us to build that self-confidence as well? Because us as ourselves as students, I study in a school where there are many hundreds of students, I think, that face the realities of depression, anxiety, and it's very hard either to know how to approach it and help it, but and also doesn't, go along with it. How to help them and not harm ourselves in the process. Learn how to hear, and I know this is very important, to hear what people have to say to help them, but also keep our confidence, keep our way to help them. I guess this is my question.
Yes, I understand, and this is such a good question. Mahilia, right?
Yes.
That's perfect. I see that not only you want to learn how to keep your confidence up, but also help other people. Number one, the best way to do it first is you have to stay up right here, okay? Upbeat. You hear me? You have to make sure that your self-confidence is high at all time. That's number one, because it's inspiring, okay? Especially at your age, usually people tend to watch their peers a lot. They kind of are taking a look to see what their friends are doing. That's number one. And the second thing is you have to help them. You have to help them by talking to them. One of the things that I do is when I see, if I have a friend, if I call someone a friend, and and I see the person letting themselves down, immediately I say something. Because that's one of the things that I want to say, like, I hate it. Like, even with my kids at home, I don't want to hear the words "I'm not good enough," or "I'm not." I'm at least try. So what I want you to do, Maria, is to encourage them. You have no idea, guys, how much power your words of encouragement. I mean, your words have a lot of power and influence. Sometimes you think, well, if I say something, they're not going to believe me, or if I say something, are they really going to hear me? Who am I? What can I say, or what can I do? Actually, you can say something. You can actually help them. You can actually lift them up. You can tell them things like, don't talk to yourself like that. You're going to be good. Imagine that someone says, well, I'm having a hard time believing that I'm a beautiful girl. And this is really one of the issues that girls face, especially in their teen years, because of they start to compare themselves to other girls. Please be that person who's going to go and tell your friend, oh my God, you're so beautiful today. Trust me, you think it doesn't mean anything, but it means a lot. And to be honest with you, I'm actually one of those girls. I remember I was sharing with I was sharing this story with my kids just last week, I believe, or 2 weeks ago. I was telling them that I was that girl who was so pretty when I was a little girl, so pretty. And do you know, I didn't know that. I was just looking at the pictures, some of my pictures just recently. I was like, who is this girl? Oh my God, I was so cute. But trust me, back then, if you had dared telling me that, I was gonna think that you were making fun of me, because I thought I was so crushed. I was so crushed that I thought I was ugly. And when I think about it, I feel like I wasted time. Girl, I wasted time, energy, and all that stuff thinking that I was ugly and I was actually the deal. You understand? So encourage your friends, okay? Marilia, you have to be able to learn how to give compliments. Don't even wait, okay? Ladies, especially even the guys. When you see your friend who has like a nice haircut, start by that. You can actually listen, you can actually make it your goal per day. Every single time you go outside to find something to compliment on someone. I do that all the time, even today, because I refuse to see people letting themselves down. So, Maria, one of the things you can do when you walk around and you see one of your friends at school, and if you see she has a beautiful dress, let her know. You can say something like, "Oh, girl, I love your dress today. Wow, I like your hair. Oh my God, I like your perfume." It feels like nothing, but I promise you, you don't know what it's going to do into their heart. You don't know. Maybe she went through something at home. Maybe she went through something at school the day before, but that's one sentence is going to be a deal breaker for her, okay? Use your words, guys. Use your words wisely, okay? Use your words. Does that
Thank
help?
you.
Does that help?
Yeah. Thank you. Thank
No
you very
problem.
much,
My
Lucie.
pleasure.
Thank you for your whole presentation.
Thank you.
Thank you,
Next
Miss Lucie.
question.
And also
Yes.
thank you, our student. So now we're going with the question from Mohamed Traore.
Can I have a question?
Oh, Mohammed Traore. Yeah, I see Mohammed Traore.
Okay.
Yeah, let me turn on the video.
Please do. Thank you so much. I would like
Okay,
to
now
see
it's okay. Okay, as mentioned previously, it's Mohamed Traore from Mali and precisely in Timbuktu. So the question is, let me just use a French quotation to come back to the point.
She's bilingual, so go ahead.
Yeah, yes, I am. There is a French word which says on réfléchit mieux dans un château que dans une chaumière. You good?
Yeah. Qu'est-ce que tu as dit? Tu peux reprendre la phrase?
On réfléchit mieux dans un château que dans une chaumière.
Yep. Je suis d'accord.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so here in Timbuktu, I personally am involved in social stuff and so on and so forth. I already created a club named IYC, Active Youth Organization. And from time to time, we used to boost those youngs to put them at the upper level of themselves. But we have a huge problem because we may lack some facilities and we're going to say a lot of important things. So according to you, in an environment such as the hour we have, because even now we are on Zoom, but you don't know even how we are connecting, and it's really very difficult and very challenging to be really with you guys. But the question is, what is your advice for you to us in this, we're going to say, thought situation? How can we really boost people to be at the best of their level while that we know that they should tackle with poverty, tackle with a lot of social problems?
Okay, before you answer, I have my friend who is the ambassador of Mali to the United States happen to be watching you as you speak. Mohamed, it just happened. I was just looking at my Facebook, and the ambassador of Mali is actually watching you speaking. I don't know if you knew you were going to speak, but I think it's very important what you're saying. Yes, it's like he stated, it's better, it's easy, we think easier when you are living in the castle than when you're in the street, something like that. So for those who are not able to get in the castle, so what is your advice? I'm just translating because some people, he spoke French and people didn't know the meaning. So yes, anyway, so go ahead, please, Lucie.
Okay, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to insert this question in English, and I'm going to go a little bit in French for those who comprehend French better. Okay, Mohamed, the first thing you have to know is that there's something that people say usually, use what you have, do what you can, and hold on one second. Let me restart because it has to be in a certain way in my mind. Okay, start where you are, use what you have, and do what you can. Okay, that's where it starts. Unfortunately, countries are not equal, and it's not fair. Okay, the world is not fair. Some people have privilege, some people don't. And like I said earlier, that's actually one of the reasons why I chose to left the continent for a while, because it's hard. But for you guys who are back home over there, use the small things that you have. And the good thing about this is this: you are here. You are a leader, Mohamed. You're such a strong leader because you're willing to go through all those obstacles to come here. And I know the internet connection is not that good sometimes, but you're here and you managed to be here. Get this information, gather that information, and go back and teach your people. That's the first thing I want to say, because eventually what will happen is, when the mind of a human being expands, it can go back. It cannot go back. The information that you got over here, somehow it's expanded in your mind. Being here alone with so many people from different nationalities and different countries and different continents, it gives you that, it allows you to see something else. Now, maybe the generation of leaders of today right now don't have all what you guys need in place for you to become successful, to have the type of success that you see in your mind. But I promise you that if you start working with what you have right now and you do what you can, eventually the next generation after you, because of your work, Mohamed, because of your work, they're gonna get to where you're trying to be right now. Does that make sense? So I'm saying this to say, don't give up. I'm saying this to say, every single time you receive some good information, please share that with other people. And like I said, if you think, it's, how can I say that? Let me go to French real quick. Essaye de prendre des contacts avec des gens qui peuvent t'aider, okay? Try to to look for people who can actually help you, and you have to be able to share your vision. In order for you to find the help that you need, you're gonna have to share your vision with people that you know can see what you see. Okay. And you have such a great leader in Mr. Gijoken right now, and I know he can definitely he can actually connect you with some people who can help you fulfill your dream and your goal and your vision. Okay, so I think that can help as well, right, Mr. Gijoken?
Yeah, thank you very much, Lucie. And I just remember I told you had the name of my mom, so that's something. So anyway, Mohamed, comme je disais, l'ambassadeur du Mali est en train de vous écouter ici. Je ne sais pas si vous avez l'ambassadeur du Mali aux États-Unis, qui est un ami personnel, il est en fait en train de vous suivre. Je ne sais pas si vous pouvez lui dire un mot, parce que bon, comme et avant même de le dire. Bon, il a été sponsorisé comme Lucie, et tu le dis, on va se tutoyer, tu le dis. Il a été sponsorisé par aussi une amie que je connais, qui est vraiment passionnée en Afrique, qui est vraiment passionnée pour l'Afrique. Donc, c'est pour dire que quand il y a des gens qui veulent travailler, il y a des opportunités se présentent. Tu vois, Mohamed, pour dire, tu es ici pas par hasard. Notre ami commun qui t'a sponsorisé, il y a 5 de vous. Donc, il faut seulement continuer dans cette voie-là. OK, nous sommes là et on va s'organiser. Nous allons nous organiser pour trouver le moyen. Déjà, il y a Cheikh Hamala Diabaté, il y a notre diva de la musique africaine, Oumou Sangaré, avec qui je travaille, et puis beaucoup plus d'autres. Donc, sachez que nous, le Mali nous tient à cœur et vous allez nous voir bientôt. Dès que les conditions sanitaires vont le permettre, sachez que nous serons de votre côté. Je ne sais pas si vous avez un mot à dire à l'ambassadeur qui est en train de vous écouter, quelque chose de positif. Bon, je crois qu'il peut peut-être envoyer un mot, peut-être aux gens pour vous encourager, peut-être qu'est-ce qu'ils vont faire sur l'Internet. Je sais que je le mets un peu directement s'il le fait parce que j'étais content. Quelqu'un qui appelle de Tombouctou au Mali et puis l'ambassadeur aussi en train de regarder. Donc, Mohamed, dites un mot à l'ambassadeur s'il vous plaît.
Bien sûr. Ok, là je pense que je vais retourner franchement en anglais, en français. Ok. Oui, parce que c'est que je me suis déjà dit qu'il était temps de faire quelque chose. Donc depuis 2015 à là, nous avons ce club-là que j'ai nommé CJA, Club de la jeunesse active, en anglais IYC. Et c'est très, disons, ouvert et très disponible, même sur les réseaux sociaux. Il faut juste taper Active Youth Club Timbuktu. Et là, vous allez voir exactement tout ce que nous faisons parce qu'on a seulement 2 goals, social responsibility and academic excellence. Et Dieu merci, on n'a pas encore des gens qui nous supportent, pas du tout. Mais on travaille avec nos propres moyens, on mène des activités vraiment civiques et on essaie de montrer la voie aux gens. Donc, du coup, on a commencé, on était juste 5, 7 comme ça. Et aujourd'hui, Dieu merci, nous sommes une vingtaine et je suis aussi très reconnaissant. Et j'ai été moi-même ici grâce à un membre et on a aussi coaché depuis trop longtemps, c'est Ahmed. Et c'est aussi à IYC que lui aussi, il continue, il partage la vision et on a plein de gens comme ça. Donc, la seule chose, c'est on fait de notre mieux et on est sûr et certain qu'un jour, quand même, la vérité va briller. Thank you for all.
OK.
Je peux ajouter quelque chose rapidement.
Oui.
Mohamed, déjà, bravo. Bravo parce que dans un pays francophone comme le Mali, tu parles un anglais formidable. OK, ça c'est un anglais formidable. Ça montre déjà que tu as déjà fait ta part, tu es en train de faire ta part, tu fais des efforts de sortir de la masse et tu te sépares tout doucement. Et c'est comme ça que les choses vont arriver. Et moi, je pense que déjà être ici parmi dans ce milieu, c'est une grande opportunité pour toi. Il faut aller de l'avant et je te promets qu'il y a beaucoup de choses qui vont changer. Ça, c'est sûr et certain.
Okay. Merci. So we just want to summarize what happened in the last few minutes. There was a lot of French. Of course, some delegates are French. We have people from Mali. We have people from Senegal. We have people from Togo and a few other Cote d'Ivoire, a few other countries. So the gentleman Mohamed actually is calling from Timbuktu. I know many of you didn't even believe Timbuktu was a real country, but now you see someone that's coming from Timbuktu. Yes, in a very challenging environment. You all know that a lot of people actually sign on from Africa, but they cannot even join us online. And when he was asking his question to Lucie, I just happened to have the ambassador of Mali in the United States who happened to be joining. He's actually watching as we spoke. So after the answer from Lucie, I asked Mohamed to actually talk to the ambassador, and then he presented himself to the ambassador. And we hope this is going to yield some tangible results. But the most important was that Lucie was telling him that the fact that he's here actually is not an accident. You know, he's in a French-speaking country speaking English. I think that's very remarkable. And Lucie was saying that yes, by being here with a network of we are all here together on the same cause. So a lot of things will happen. We'll get out of this. And also reassure him that we have a lot of good connections with Mali. He actually got a scholarship from a friend, a mutual friend that actually sponsored for 5 people from Mali to attend the conference. So that's an example again about what Lucie was saying. You need to be ready. You know, when we are ready, we knock at the door, it will happen, right? First, they need to want to do this. First, the friend that sponsored them realized, there were people that deserve to be assisted. And then here, so again, as you see in life, things don't happen because you cannot sit in the bed complaining and whining, nothing will happen, but you rise up and then connect with people and things happen just like it's happened today. So thank you again, Mohamed, for your question, and thank you for Lucie. We may have one last more question, and then, yes, we had some technical difficulty at the beginning. We are going to push 15 minutes for all the groups until the end. Okay, thank you. So any more questions, Rodrigo?
Yeah, we have one from Scarlett. Scarlett?
Can I have a question?
Yes. I know you were ready. That's why I didn't want to cut it out. So go ahead, introduce yourself and ask your question.
Hello, I'm Scarlett. I'm from China and I'm 17. My question is, I'm always concerned about what other people think or say about me, which always undermines my confidence. I don't know how to avoid this outside voice.
Okay, yeah. Scarlett, I want to make sure that I understand your question clearly. Okay, you want to know, you say you have some negative thought that you have in your mind, and you want to know how to overcome those. Correct?
Yes.
Yeah.
Perfect. This is what I did. Okay, I'm talking about my personal experience because I'm going to say I hated myself at a certain point. Sometimes it's caused by what people say about you, and you have to believe that. And sometimes people say the reality, which you are a good person, and then you still don't believe them. If the source is the fact that you have too many people who are negative and who don't believe in you around you, like fake weird friends, you're just gonna have to cut them off, girl. Listen, just stay away from them because you have no business being in circles of people who cannot uplift your spirit up. You have no business staying there. Okay, if it's your family, of course, family is family. But this is where it leads me. This is what you have to do when it comes to people. If it's family members, then you're gonna have to find another way to protect yourself by writing down the things that you believe you should be. Remember the thing that you remember the questions when I was talking about what is your purpose? What is your purpose, your passion, and everything, how to find it. One of the things you can do is think about all those things that you want to do in life and accomplish, and you write them down, and you pick up that paper and you start reading it, and you read those things like it's already happened. You understand what I mean? Like, you can actually open your mouth and say, I'm a leader, I'm an entrepreneur, I'm successful, I'm a surgeon. I know you're going to say, but it has not happened yet. No, of course, this is in the future. But I promise you, Scarlett, I'm sorry, if you say those things in present tense. And I don't mean to say you're going to just read it and not say out loud, okay? You take a paper and you write them down and you speak it. Open your mouth and say, okay, you know what? Let me know first. What do you want to become when you grow up? Because we have to focus on you right now. What do you want to do, Scarlett?
I want to be an actress.
You want to be an actress? Exactly. Now, can you say right now that you are an actress? Say it with me. Say it right now. Say it. I'm an actress. Say it. I want to hear you say it.
I am an actress.
Okay, good. Now say with me, I'm a beautiful actress. Say it.
I'm a beautiful actress.
Now repeat after me. I'm a very successful actress. Say it.
I'm a very successful actress.
Yes. And a lot of people love what I do. Say it.
A lot of people loved
what I do.
What I do.
Yes. Say, my name is Scarlett.
My name is Scarlett.
And people love me.
And people love me.
I am adorable. Say, repeat after me. Go ahead.
I'm adorable.
I'm a great friend.
I'm a good friend.
Yes. Do you feel that? Do you feel that? Do you feel that energy? Is it hard? Is it hard to say now? It's hard to say, right? A little bit.
Yeah.
Good. I'll tell you why it's hard to say for you. It's hard to say because you don't believe it in your heart yet, because you don't. This is maybe the first time that you are like, how? Why is it that Miss Lucie asked me to tell people right now in front of everyone, okay, I'm a beautiful actress, I'm a very successful actress, which is, because for now you see yourself as who you are right now in the present. This is one of my tricks, and this is what got me here. That's one of the things that Mr. Joken asked me that question I forgot to answer. One of the things that got me here is I wrote down a vision of what I wanted to become. I'm not there yet though. I promise you I'm on my way. If you could only see what I have in mind and where I'm going, you're gonna be shocked. But I'm telling you, I'm just getting started. And the thing that I think in my mind, I write them on paper and I say it like it already happened. Okay, Scarlett, you have to say it. You have to be able to see yourself. You have to be able to put yourself in front of the mirror and say, this is who I am. I'm a beautiful lady. Okay, no matter what people say, I'm beautiful, I'm strong, and I'm smart, and I'm successful, and I'm going to be successful. I'm going to be such a strong actress, and people are going to come to pay, and they're going to pay a lot of money just to see me. Okay, this is what's going to happen, and it doesn't matter it's going to happen. Okay, that's all you do. And it's funny how that works. People think it's crazy. And at the beginning, it's going to be hard because you don't see it. But I want you to think about your vision. You think about your vision and you focus on what you see, and that is going to be. I want you to believe that what you see in your future is your reality, not what you see right now. Okay, you understand that? So you have to understand that you have to think about what you have, believe what you want to see happening, and stop believing what you see right now. Of course, you have to be realistic. Of course, when it comes to, okay, is this a bottle of water? Yes or no? Yes, of course it is. But that's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about your goals and your dreams. Okay, you have to speak it into existence and start working toward it. Because if you don't believe it, then unfortunately you can't even take the steps toward what you want to accomplish. Does that make sense? Okay. Last thing before we go, because we have to go. Stay away from social media, especially when it comes to negativity. Please stay away. Stay away from negative news on TV. Stay away, because it breaks your energy. It breaks your hope. When you open the news, sometimes you think the world is going to fall apart.
Mm-hmm.
You think the way they report the news, do you know they get paid to report the news like it was the end of the world every single day? Because guess what? Negativity sells. Negativity sells, and everything that is positive doesn't sell. Okay, if I tell you, oh my God, it's such a beautiful sunny day today, it's not interesting. But if I say, oh my God, there's a car, oh, I mean, someone saw a car over there, or someone shoot this, and someone shoot someone and escape, you're gonna be like, oh my God, what happened? And it sells. Negativity sells, Scarlett. Stay away from negativity. I'm telling you, the day you shut down that TV and that internet, listen, on social media, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, if someone shares negativity, block them. Block them. Stay away from that. Protect your mind. Protect your eyes. Protect what you see. Protect your ears. Because if you keep hearing that stuff, you start believing it, and it kills you. Okay. Okay. Good.
Okay, thank you, Scarlett. Okay, so the one thing that Lucie, I think we took extra time, but then it was worth it because I like when the wise man that say, "He who has saved one person has saved the world." And I think Lucie, you may just have the message you are giving to Scarlett. Actually, I'm sure many of the delegates here are, will relate to what she's saying. So thank you very much for that. So the most important thing is that project that positive image. What she's doing exactly what all of us have done. Those who have been successful. You have to close your eye and see that beautiful shining girl that we all see. You may not say, but we see that beautiful.
She's so pretty. I mean, she's so pretty. I'm telling you.
Yes. Know that you are beauty, and don't let anybody tell you otherwise. Okay.
I was like, wow. And it's so funny, Mr. Joker. This is funny how the prettiest girls are the ones who doubt themselves.
Yeah, exactly. Unfortunately, yes.
She's beautiful. She's so pretty. Okay, stop doubting yourself, ladies.
You are going to be the actress, okay? Plus, for those who are watching, we have a movie festival in that camp, this camp, and the award ceremony is going to be on the 30th, Thursday at 1 p.m. I know it's late in China, but if you can, join that, okay? We are going to put you in touch with movie makers. Actually, I'm sure Mariana, who is watching this, and Jagridu is, they are here. They're going to get in touch with you. We want to make sure that we do ourselves what we can to make sure you are the most successful actress, okay? So we'll make that happen. So ignore the other negative voices. So on this, very quickly, Rodrigo, do you have a live citation from Lucie? And then we very quickly, so that if we then return to us. I think this was I think I like this last interview, that last part, because again, it's saving young people from all around the world. I think this message will resonate everywhere. Thank you, Lucie.
My pleasure. My pleasure.
Rodrigo, are you there?
Yes. I'm just waiting to Nicole is going to share right now.
And hopefully Sarah and her team is there, and they inform everybody that we kind of like around 15-20 minutes behind. So
yeah, they already. I just talking.
Here's the citation.
Okay.
Oh.
I could see Scarlett like excited. Okay, Lucie, very quickly, this is a token of appreciation. Our work we are supported by our elected official. UNESCO Center for Peace is based in Frederick, Maryland, and we have 100% support from our elected officials that understand the role we are playing in the world, and that's why they send this citation, because we know that we do what we do because of people like you. Okay. So we are very thankful to you, and then I hope you already received the link to join us in the studio. Yeah. If not, we're going to take care of that. Okay. On that, thank you. You're going to be receiving your citation by mail. I'm going to make sure you receive it. Okay. So thank you very much, and then I turn over to Sarah. Right.
Thank you. Bye, guys.
Yes.
Okay. Thank you. Bye bye.